Hey everybody, we have a fun treat for you today. We're talking about virtual wine tasting and I'm joined by Brooke. She's from Visit Yosemite, Madera County, and we also have standing by Anna Marie. She is with the Idle Hour Winery and Kitchen, also the Queen's Inn. So I want to thank both of you for joining me. A lot of people think, hey, I'm stuck indoors. I can't do some of the things that I enjoy doing. So I was really excited to find that you're doing some virtual classes, virtual wine tastings, and it's just around the corner from us here in Sacramento in the Yosemite Valley area. So, Brooke, why don't you first start off by talking about the Madera Wine Trail?
Yeah, so the Madera Wine Trail is a wonderful little lesser known wine country right in the heart of California, right in central California. So our claim to fame is we're the geographical center of the state. So really easy to get to from all different places. And it's an amazing wine growing region. It's actually one of the oldest wine growing regions in the state. And it's just lovely. The farmlands out here, there's about 8 partner wineries on the wine trail. And typically in fun times, you can go and taste wine at all of these different places on your way to Yosemite National Park. So it's pretty amazing, gorgeous wineries, amazing wines. And we still want to bring it to people. So
That's pretty awesome. And people that enjoy wine tasting are always looking for new places to visit, new wines to try. So that's great to know that in the Yosemite area, Madera, not too far, there's a lot to try. So how did you guys come up with this concept to do virtual wine tastings?
Well, it was, I think, an idea that a lot of people had at the same time. Everybody was adjusting to this new way of life. And our partner wineries reached out and said, hey, we want to stay in touch with our fans and our friends. And what's the best way to do this?
Tell us, how this all came together for you and how does it work to do a wine tasting virtually?
Well, actually, I have a pretty active wine club, and they're from all over the state. I have, of course, the winery and our inn up in Yosemite, but I also have a tasting room in the Central Coast in Carmel Valley near Monterey. And so it's actually been a great way for me to stay connected with my base of supporters, which are mostly wine club members. But I have about 400 club members around the state. So now I get to sort of engage with anybody who signs in, obviously, but they follow me on Instagram and we're doing Facebook Live. So it's been a lot of fun times just staying connected to my wine club. They join us on Instagram at Idle Hour Wine or on our Facebook page for the winery. And it's really fun because I'm able to, do a virtual wine tasting. So it's really been fun for me to still be able to engage with my consumers.
So I assume you're doing the pours on your end and showing them virtually.
And actually this last Friday, we do it every Friday at 6 p.m. And this last Friday, I had club members emailing me afterwards saying, can you put together virtual tasting packages so that we can purchase them ahead of time and taste with you? Because if I choose one of my wines to taste, they may or may not have it in stock at their house. I have been able to offer a wine sale. I called it the March Madness sale, which normally we do every year anyway, but more around the NCAAs. Without that going on this year, it's been sort of a March Madness of its own. So we sort of carried on the tradition, still held the sale. And our club members received 40% off. So they're still buying their wines, and maybe now they're even drinking a little bit more. I don't know.
Tell me about the 2 wines that you have right there with you now.
Well, these are actually from Clarksburg, so not far from you in Sacramento. Herringer Estate Vineyards has always been one of our main grape growers that we source our grapes from. This is our Cabernet Franc, which is one of my favorite wines I produce from their vineyard. And this is a Petit Verdot, which I'm actually going to showcase this Friday in our virtual wine tasting. But I love the fruit from Clarksburg there. It's really been a great source of grapes for me over the years, and mostly because I do a little bit, I actually prefer these grapes because they really hold on to their acidities because you have the cooling influence from the Delta right there, and also the heat from the Central Valley. So the grapes get really physiologically mature and still hold their acidities. So for me as a winemaker, I can do less manipulation in the cellar, and the wines really are super balanced. They're not big sort of California style wines. They're a little bit more, a little bit lighter style, but it's really my preference as a winemaker.
You hear these winemakers speak about their craft and what they're doing. It's so much fun to be able to sit in your own kitchen as you're cooking with a glass of wine and hear the stories from the winemakers and hear about the science behind the grapes, but also their personal connections to where the grapes were grown and where they got the idea from to make this varietal. And it's just so interesting. I love hearing the wine, Anna Marie, I love hearing you talk about that, because I've been tuning into the segments and it's been really enjoyable for me to learn about wine, because I'm kind of that's something I'm interested in already. And I get to do it in the comfort of my own home. Yes. It's not just with Idle Hour Winery. They are doing theirs every Friday night. So it's Toca Winery, Hazy Estate Winery, San Joaquin Winery, and Quadi Winery are all doing visual wine tastings right now from the Madera Wine Trail.
It's pretty awesome. And I love that no matter where you are, really in the world, people can participate and they can learn about new wines and just learn about, like you said, the grapes in different areas where these things are grown and where the winemakers are doing it and all the stories behind them. Why is this a good idea? Some people may be like really old school, like, well, if I'm not there in person, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. But what do you say to that, Anne-Marie?
I actually like the fact that it's a whole community. So we have, 50, 60 people joining us on these Friday night tastings, and they're asking questions throughout the presentation. So I think I've been averaging about 30 minutes online with them, and we're getting a lot of feedback, and people are asking questions, and it's fueling other questions from other people that are on the thread, which is really kind of fun. Whereas instead of, it allows for more of a collaboration in community sense, because we can all engage together, even though we're all in different places all over California.
Yeah, that's a great point. Brooke, I understand there's also some cooking classes that people can get in on.
Yes. So it's not just the wine tasting that we're taking virtually from Madera County. It's all the different things that we like to do for entertainment around here. So whether it's virtual tours of Yosemite National Park or taking a virtual cooking class from the Chateau de Sereau. So the Chateau de Sereau is a wonderful 5-star, 5-diamond Royale and Chateau property, and it's right here in the heart of the mountains. And their chef there, Chef Robert Snyder, is amazing. And typically he does cooking classes for their guests, and it's usually about $300 to $400 a person. But it's a wonderful event where you can go into their garden and pick the food that you're going to actually cook for your dinner that night. But we're taking a hiatus, as everyone knows. And so what Chef Robert wanted to do was come to the viewers in their homes. And this week he posted a video of how to prepare a wonderful, simple carrot and ginger soup. And it's a short 15-minute video, but he imparts some amazing chef tips you might not know as a home cook. So you can make this incredible soup and pretend like you're at eating dinner at the Ernest Elderberry House restaurant, which is at the Chateau de Sereau. And but instead you can still be in your stretchy clothes. So it's a lot of fun.
I love it. Finding new ways to experience things virtually, online, and still really connecting with a community that is like-minded. Where can people go for all the information on the virtual wine tastings as well as the cooking classes?
Well, everything is up on YosemiteThisYear.com. That's our website for events and things like that going on in the region, and updates about what's postponed this year. But otherwise, you can go on Instagram and you can find these wineries through their channels on Instagram and on Facebook or on their websites. So if you go to idlehourwine.com or if you go to the chateaudesereau.com, you'll see the links to their social media channels. Go and follow them and you'll be connected.
All right. Well, I want to thank you ladies for this wonderful information. It sounds like a fun experience, something great to do on a Friday night with Anna Marie, or really just checking everything out on your own time because it's all virtual and online. I love it. I appreciate you guys for joining me today.
And it's all free right now because people just want to look out for everyone in their community and stay in touch and find new ways to have fun with each other.
Great. Thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.